Boom, 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 boom,
All right, sir.
boom.
Good morning to you. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, good morning. I'm doing all right. How you doing, sir?
Good. Good. This is another great day. Another great show. How was your birthday? How did everything work out for your birthday weekend?
I got all the festivities back here, man. I got me and my man right here. We doing big things.
Is he gonna replace the vape? We got to get a new thing for the vape.
I don't know, man. My man had me go 6-0. I don't know. He might move into. He's not only a client, he's the player president.
I can go with that. I can go with that. All right, man. I'm glad you had a good birthday. Glad you got a chance to celebrate hitting that century mark, the half century mark, I should say, and hopefully hit the century mark as well. And then we still be doing the show at the same time. Be like Martin and Martin. And what's the movie they did with it? The old men sneaking out the place where they burned it down and they went to the baseball game. We're gonna be like Life. Martin and Eddie still arguing at the baseball game up in the upper deck. That's gonna be us.
Right.
That's gonna be us definitely. All right. Before we move any further, I want to say rest in peace to Bob Uecker, the man who was actually a professional baseball player, but was more known for him being an announcer for football, basketball, and other sports than he was for playing a baseball player. Also to basketball player Gus Williams, former NBA champion for the Seattle Supersonics back in the day, the point guard, and helped them win the championship. So as life goes on, things change and people come in, and Lord calls them home at the same time. So, but not you and I. We still got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. All right, we're gonna jump right into it. We want to say thank you to everybody for voting for the topic of the week. What is our topic of the week? The NFL Divisional Round Playoff Weekend. We got some great games coming up. What I would consider to be the game of the week would be the Bills versus the Ravens. I think that is the early Sunday game. We got Eagles, Rams, Kansas City, Houston, and of course Saturday night, Commanders and the Lions at Ford Field. And I see you already ready with your Commanders jersey on.
Well, that's the Redskins. Then I got Sean Taylor. Rest in peace.
Okay. One of the hardest hitting safeties that ever was. Would track you down. He take you out. Didn't matter if it was a all-star game or if it's or if it's a regular season game. You Sean Taylor was going to give you that work. He was going to give you that work. Well, I got him a Love and Stuff shirt. We want to make sure we prop our merch up from time to time, and I get the Love and Stuff as well as the Sports Talk with Kamau Felix gear as well. And of course, I'm gonna put those QR codes up not only for that, but for the books that Marcus has written as well. Speaking of which, don't forget to get the book Great Winners Journey Every Day, written by young Mr. Marcus here. And make sure you go to TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and get all the good tips that he has for getting the job, keeping the job, and getting the right salary when you go for those jobs as well. All right, back to it again. NFL Division Round. Bills and Ravens. Like I said, probably the game of the week. I know we don't want to tip our hand too much for the predictions at the end, but what you think about that game?
That's right. The Ravens beat them earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back in there when what's his name? The running back had what was that? The 78-yard on the opening drive. I don't know, but see, it's kind of cold in Buffalo, and they used to playing in that. So
no, they're playing in Baltimore.
No, they in Buffalo.
It's in Buffalo?
It's in Buffalo.
Let me check that. Let me check my facts. I thought it was in Baltimore. But go ahead with your point while I check that.
So that's what I'm saying. They accustomed to that. I don't know if you can hold on to the ball in them frigid temperatures.
No, it's in Baltimore.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's in Baltimore. Yep, it's in Baltimore. Well, Baltimore. No, you're right. I'm so sorry. It's in Buffalo. Well, Buffalo's 8-0 at home, and the Ravens are 6-3 away. I'm so sorry.
Hey man, look, you gotta listen to us, man. We telling you right. I don't know, man. This gonna be a good game though. I couldn't even, like you said, we gonna hold off for predictions. It's gonna be a good game. I think that's gonna be the best game out of the slate, out of the four.
I do too. Of course, we want our Lions game to be the best game, but in terms of and looking at it from a realistic perspective, those two teams. At this point, any of the 8 teams that are still there can potentially win it all. But in terms of the best chances, that game right there, that might be the pre-Super Bowl. You always say the Super Bowl is normally not the actual Super Bowl. That actually might be the Super Bowl before the Super Bowl right there. The Ravens after last week look real good. It's hard to beat the Bills in Foxborough. Going up there, that's gonna be tough. The weather, the snow. I don't think it's forecast for snow, but it's gonna be in minus, or if not definitely in the teens. Baltimore don't get that cold, even with even though there's a snowstorm coming through Baltimore this weekend. I don't know. That's gonna be tough. I've been racking my brains all week. Who else gonna pick for that game? I don't quite. We got Eagles and the Rams. Rams are back home in LA. The Eagles are traveling across the country to do so. What you think about that game?
I mean, they healthy. I always said the Rams is dangerous. When they healthy, they healthy. They could potentially upset the Eagles. I don't think it will happen, but it's just if Matt and them upset the Eagles, Matt and them going to the Super Bowl. And I'm gonna leave it right there. Matt and them going to the Super Bowl if they upset the Eagles.
Well, I've been calling him House Money. That's Matt Stafford's new nickname. He House Money because he ain't got nothing to lose now. He got a Super Bowl. And everything from here on in is gravy because they're gonna vote him into the Hall of Fame. So right now he's just padding his stats and beefing up his resume. Another intriguing game. You got Kansas City and Houston. In Kansas City has the home field advantage all the way through. Does the Houston even have a chance going in the Kansas City?
Yeah. Well, Rocky tell Tommy Gunn and Rocky 5, as long as you got 2 fish, you got a chance.
Okay. I think Kansas. I'm gonna tip my hand. I think Kansas City gonna take that one. It's gonna be classic Kansas City, dink and dunk down the field, chunk plays, and then. But I think Houston's defense is gonna put a little sauce on Mahomes. I think he's gonna take some hits he don't want to take, and it's gonna slow him down a little bit. And of course, we got the Commanders and the Lions in Ford Field, 8:30. Football Night in America on no, that's on CBS. It's on CBS. Tom Brady's in town, and there's big talk about the coordinator going to the Raiders. Ben Johnson going to the Raiders and how they're setting that up and how they feel like it might be a little bit of tampering going on between Tom Brady and Ben Johnson going over to the Raiders and how this is Tom Brady's last full season as an announcer and how he's going full time in the office next year. So what you think? What's your pre-thoughts?
He doing it the Patriot way. The New England always been known for tampering, right?
Yeah, a little shadiness, little cheek. Yeah. Makes sense to me. I like the fact that the Lions are going to be at home. Are they going to wear the all blue or the all black? Commanders going to come in there. That's another house money quarterback. No pressure on him. Jaden Daniels, no pressure on me. I'm just gonna come in there and nobody expect me to win. I think he's gonna put some numbers up. I think blitzing is blitzing like they did against Darnold is not gonna be the same. So it's gonna be intriguing. It's gonna be intriguing. I see a lot of points in this game. I see a lot of points on the game, and whoever got the game ball last is probably gonna win that one. I'm gonna put it like that. I'm gonna say my pick to the end. We're going to jump into the NFL news. In NFL, we got Mike McCarthy did leave the Cowboys. And the question is, did Jerry Jones fire him, or did Mike McCarthy say, I'm done, and did he quit? The word is that Mike McCarthy didn't want to keep going with the negotiations.
Oh,
That's the word. But is that what really happened? Because Jerry Jones was trying to hold Mike McCarthy back from going to Chicago.
correct.
And they want to bring in Kellen Moore, who really don't have a lot of experience. Where's he at right now? Is it Carolina as the offensive coordinator?
No, I just seen it too last week. Is it Tampa Bay?
Let me look real quick.
It might be Philly. I think he at Philly.
Let's see. Cultured history. Kellen Moore. He is Kellen Christopher Moore. Where is he right now? He's in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He's in Philadelphia.
Yeah. I thought I did.
He's right now he's still most famous for being the man in waiting for down in Dallas. But before that, he was at Boise State, led the comeback against Oklahoma with the Statue of Liberty before the kid went and scored a touchdown and then proposed to his girlfriend. I'll never forget that game. I almost woke up the whole house. I was yelling so hard when he ran that Statue of Liberty. As soon as he put the ball up and he dropped his arm, I said, "Oh, Statue of Liberty!" My wife was like, she stood up in bed. I was like, that was a great game. That was a great game. But Kellen Moore has an opportunity to come back to Dallas. A lot of people are saying Jerry Jones was cheating himself out of the fact that he couldn't even interview Aaron Glenn or the other gentleman, offensive coordinator, by making that move. But hey, Jerry knows what he's doing.
Yeah, man, Johnson.
Jerry knows what he's doing.
I know what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. It's always going to be the show. It's always going to be his show. It's always going to be his circus. He's the ring master in every animal that come through coming through the curtain. That's all Jerry's show. Absolutely. Mike Vrabel is back in New England. What you think about that?
I told you, like I told you before, they take care of their own. Once you play for them, you will always have a job.
As soon as they fired Jerry Mayo, everybody knew what was going to happen. They fired Jerry Mayo ahead of time so that he wouldn't go to the Jets. So Vrabel wouldn't go to the Jets. And it wasn't like he did a bad job. He played the hand that he was dealt with, which was the same hand that was given to him when what's the name left? The coach at North Carolina now. What's the Hall of Fame gentleman name?
Belichick,
Mr. Belichick.
Yeah.
So and he made some news. He hired a couple coaches this week. I still don't see how that's going to work. I don't know. Belichick and the kids. I don't know. I don't see how it's going to work. He talks about how he's making like a farm system, and for coaches and for players. It ain't but one coach that's out there now that came through your stable that anybody wants, and that is Vrabel. Out of all the coaches that was out there doing and that coach under in his tree. All right, we got a tight MVP race. We got Jared Allen. Is that his name? Not Jared Allen. Josh Allen. And we got Lamar Jackson. Is Lamar Jackson being penalized for being a good coach? Being a good player for winning the last 2 years?
Numbers speak. Look, men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie. He got better numbers than Josh. But if you want to play fair, just make them co-MVPs. You did it with Peyton and what's the name?
You actually think they're going to do that?
We don't know. They might. Right?
So the votes come back close, they're going to make them co-MVPs.
Yeah, if it come back close, you should make them co-MVPs. Absolutely.
I don't think that's going to happen. I can tell you right now what's going to happen. Josh Allen going to be smiling, and they're going to announce his name during the AFC Championship game as the winner No, they do it Super Bowl week. They do that Super Bowl week. They're gonna announce his name. They already know who won. The votes already happened. They already know who won. And right now it's the secret time. Everybody, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Josh Allen's gonna win, and Lamar. I think that's why Lamar came out playing so tough last week, because he knew that he didn't win it. So he like, okay, I put up these numbers, and here I am with all with the best numbers out there, and y'all gonna give it to your boy. All right, I got something to play for, and I think that's what happened. Now, where do you think Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson gonna be next year?
Aaron Glenn's gonna be the head coach of. Aaron Glenn gonna be the coach of the Saints. Ben Johnson is going to either Vegas, the Raiders, or you might get the Bears job, depending if the coach from Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman, don't take it.
You've been saying that Freeman's going to Chicago. You've been saying that. I don't see Freeman going anywhere. I really don't. He's in the right spot for who he is, for what he's done. I don't know, but I actually can see Ben Johnson coming back next year as offensive coordinator again. I really do. I can see that happen. Aaron Glenn gone. Aaron Glenn up out of there. We can pretty much say he's gone right now. I think that's already a done deal. I think that's a done deal. All right, that's a good transition, because we're gonna jump right into college football. And we got Monday night, Ohio State versus Notre Dame in Atlanta at the Georgia Dome. No, I'm sorry, the Mercedes-Benz Dome, and for the championship game. And are the two best teams playing for the national championship?
Absolutely.
I
remember 2 years ago, this team, Ohio State, went to South Bend and beat them. That's when Hartman was the quarterback then. My man was at Duke. The quarterback then was the Hartman kid from Wake Forest. And they beat them on that last drive. So it's going to be a good game. The X's and O's and the Achilles heel is going to be, they got to get the ball more to Smith. They get the ball more to Smith than they did against, who did they just beat? Texas?
Texas, yeah.
You're going to have a field there.
Well, I have to agree with you. It's the game should fall towards Ohio State. It should. Notre Dame's defense is a little bit tougher, obviously, than Georgia's defense. The Penn State's defense, I should say, and Georgia's defense, they beat both of them. But Ohio State definitely has way more offense than Notre Dame, and but Notre Dame they just play off a lot of heart. They play with the good old fashioned grit. That's the word that's been thrown around a lot in the Detroit area, and so I'm anticipating this going down to the end as well. But if Ohio State do what they're supposed to, the game should be over in the first quarter. Quite honestly,
yeah.
Honestly, if the coach, the offense coordinator name that came out of UCLA was the head coach.
You know about he used to be the head coach at Oregon.
Yep. If he do what he's supposed to do and just dial it up right, it shouldn't be close. Honestly, it really shouldn't. They're playing again on the fast track indoor. Both teams are outdoor teams. Playing on the fast track with Notre Dame is built more for comfort, and Ohio State is built for speed. Two contrasting styles. I really think Ohio State should take it. That's and I know I'm tipping my hand a little early. I'm gonna give my score a little later. I think but it's still gonna be a good game. I don't think it's gonna be a type of game that you're gonna be like, I'm turning this off. It's over.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that happened at all. And let's see. Quentin Ewers is declared for the draft. You think that's a smart move for him?
Yeah, well, I come back and share time with Archie Manning. On to the next level. I mean, you ain't gonna do nothing but hold a clipboard anyway. Go to the next level, man. Or enter the draft, or enter the portal.
I don't think that. I think him leaving is a good time because he did everything but win it all, and him coming back next year is gonna be a JJ McCarthy thing, like the boy that went to Iowa. I still don't think when Arch came in that game, he pretty much fumbled that ball. They gave him, they called him down, but that really was a fumble. So I don't know how ready Arch is. Of course, you're going to look good against Southeast Louisiana State, Little Sisters of the Poor. Of course, you're going to look good against them.
Right.
But against that top tier competition, it's best that Arch Manning get all the number one snaps from the preseason, from the spring game forward, and just go ahead and go from there. Go from there. You got Carson Beck transferring. Where's he at? At Florida, I think he's going to. Was it
Miami?
Miami. He's going to Miami. You think that's a good move for him?
No, because they're gonna suck next year anyway. It's like they sucked this year. Miami finished 10-2. They should have had more than 2 losses. You should have lost to Virginia, the opening week of college football. You should have lost. They cheated somebody else. They should have lost to Louisville. It's a whole lot. Hey man, Cristobal on them. Ray Lewis, Michael Irvin, Sean Taylor. Man, ain't nobody coming through that door. Ain't nobody going to Miami. If you going to Miami, you're going to Miami for the girls.
Michael Irvin go back there and he be on the sideline coaching.
That's because Michael Irvin got too much time on his hands.
Well, he to me, I understand you want to prop your team, but he jumped on the plane Friday morning all the way from LA to get to wherever Miami is playing, and get of course he got Sunday to get back. I get it, but when you on the sideline coaching like that to me that says there's not a lot of faith in that coaching staff.
No,
it's Mr. All right. He on the sideline for Texas, but he ain't out in the way. He taking some heat off the coaching staff by keeping the cameras on him.
Oh, you talking about Matthew McConaughey?
Matthew McConaughey, yeah. You look at all the other teams and their players come in, they stay outside the coaching zone. Not Michael Irvin. So that to me that says a lot in terms of having faith in that coaching staff and what they can and cannot do with that team and where they in the direction they're trying to take them. That says a lot. That definitely says a lot to me. All right. Moving along. We're moving along a little quickly today, and in all reality, we got to be honest with you guys. We are coming to you live from Memorex. We are just about 11 hours ahead of you guys in terms of taping this show. We got a few things going on in life for myself tomorrow that will allow us to be live. So thank you for coming out. Don't always click like, click share. Even though we are not live, we live by Memorex by a few hours. Let everybody know we still out here. We still doing our thing. Go ahead and join our Facebook group. And we still on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And if we get it right, we're gonna be on Instagram too. So we're gonna be on 6 platforms. It'll be live, but live by Memorex. It's a brand new show, but we have a couple things going on in life. And as always, don't forget to get the book Ready for This Journey Every Day by Mr. Marcus Holmes, The Wiz That Lives in Oz. And he's still producing the show from behind the scenes as well. So we want to send a shout out to him. All right, we jumping into the NBA, National Basketball Association, and men's college hoops. We got something. The Pistons got the first loss they've had in a good while. They are 21-20, above 500 for the first time since the first 2 games of last season. And they are, of course, we're gonna say it every week. They're ahead of what they did last year. Last year they had only won 14 whole games all season. So are they ahead of schedule? Oh yeah. It's a beautiful thing. What you think about that, sir?
Not impressed.
I'm impressed, and that is something that that is going on. I'm not impressed because why? It's your job. Your job is to win. Your job is to play the game. Well, those last 2, 3, 4 years, they weren't doing their job. And like I said, I remember saying when nobody expendable all season, they could have got rid of everybody, and it wouldn't have bothered my feelings. Wouldn't hurt my feelings. Only people I would have kept would have been the people that they drafted last year, which was Thompson, was it Seward, and those 2 picks. Though, other than that, to me, all of them could have went somewhere. But big stuff got them together. He brought some toughness to them. They playing together. So you got to send a shout out to JB Bickerstaff II. And speaking of toughness, he wanted all the smoke. Not last night when they asked by the reporter about how his feelings about things going in the end of the game, which they lost last night, first loss they've had in a while, and he said they said it was a little chippy out there. They said and they was complaining. They said it wasn't like that when we was in Indiana jumping on them. I'm paraphrasing, of course. He said a bad word, kicking their behind. And if it's like that, it's like that. So basically, if that's what you wanted to be, we got you. We ready for you. So I like that. I like that. He ain't back down. He didn't shy away. He didn't divert his eyes straight forward and answer the question. You think that Bickerstaff was was the right choice?
Yeah, because I mean, look at the records. So he did something. He got them to buy in. That's all you got to do as a coach. Get them to buy into the system you're trying to install and show the production and the productivity behind the system and that's how you get them in.
Especially when you got your previous team is leading the league in victories right now, a team that he built for whatever reason that he left or it was asked to leave. His work that is showing that what he put in place is definitely working. So shout outs to him for that. The Pistons are in 8th place right now. They would still have to play for the in the play-in tournament. 13 and a half games behind the Cavs, and 2-1 since last time we saw them last week. So go Pistons, let's go. Hooper is doing his thing. He got on his multi different uniforms and still dunking the ball, jumping off the trampoline. So let's go Pistons. And let's see, college hoops. We got Michigan State, 10 straight wins. 6-0 in the Big Ten, 15-2 overall. Backed up by Purdue in second place, 6-1 in the Big Ten, 14-4 overall. They got 6 straight wins. Michigan is 5-1 in the Big Ten, 13-4 overall. They did lost their last game in third place in the Big Ten. Purdue, who we talked about before, we didn't think was going to be as good this year. They still are. Why? Because they play defense. That's basically why. They score when they have to, but they play scrappy defense. And I think they may go a little bit. Well, they went to the championship game last year. Teams like that, when the big fella go and when the best player go, it's always seemed like they have a better year after that. Like when Major came in and led Tennessee to the championship after Peyton Lee left. So we gonna see. But Michigan State is playing very well right now. After not even being ranked at the beginning of the season, right now they are ranked number 12 in the AP rankings, and they are ranked number 12 also in the coaches poll after not getting any votes at all. Michigan is number 20 AP and 19 in the coaches poll, and they weren't ranked in the preseason either. So both teams are making strides and leading the league in first and third respectively. So let's go State, and let's go Michigan Wolverines. Why? Because when both teams are doing well, it's great for the state, for recruiting, not only sports-wise, but people want to go to the school and they stay viable and they make more money for the school. So keep it going. All right. We kind of going a little fast through the show tonight, but that's all right. We still here. We're gonna jump into some hockey. Right now, the Red Wings are 21-19-4. They went 2-1 over there the last time since we saw them. 46 points. Won their last game after losing their first game in 7 tries. 7 place behind, 12 points behind the Leafs in the division. 11 place, 19 points behind the Capitals overall in the playoffs. You think they're gonna play well enough to come back and make the playoffs?
That's a good one. I mean, he got them playing though. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. He got them playing. They 6-2. Yeah.
So far, they haven't. I would have to say yes as well. As always, there's always one team that's making that run, and when that happens, there's always a team that makes a slide, and I think the Red Wings are the team that's going to continue to make that run. and I think they're gonna make the playoffs as well. So that'll be a good clean sweep if we got the Pistons in the playing game, possibly the regular playoffs. Tigers made it, Lions in the playoffs, and if we get the Wings, it'll be the 80s all over again. We had where everybody playing back together in the early 90s. It'll be beautiful again. Back was the 92 was I think was the last time that happened. I think the Tigers did make the playoffs that year as well. So I'm hoping we can have that happen again. Speaking of the Red Wings, on Sunday I'm making the field trip down to the American Airlines Center to see them play. My job was gracious enough to get us tickets to go to the game, and I will be wearing my Red Wings gear. And hopefully, I can. I'm look for some eight-legged creatures to possibly toss on the ice. So if y'all hear me put an APB out for me to get some money together to get me out the pokey, for getting the rest of throwing some octopus on ice for the victory, and I didn't run fast enough to get out of there in time to get to my car. Don't be surprised. Of course, I'm not gonna do nothing that crazy, or will I? I doubt it, because I don't want to get fired. I already know, with this being a quote unquote company outing and me doing something crazy like that. Not only will I get arrested by the time I get back to work on Monday, I'll be, come on in here, let me talk to you for a second.
Right.
I don't need that to happen. So, but I am looking forward to that. That makes the fourth team here down here. I've seen Tigers a bunch of times, seen the Lions down here, seen the Pistons. I'm gonna try and catch them this year again against the Mavericks. So that'll make all four teams. So I'm excited about that. All right, moving on to women's sports. Did you hear about our favorite girl? What happened to our favorite girl?
No, what?
Dawn Staley got the contract extension. 7 years, $25 million. $4 million signing up front, base salary for $500,000. Of course, with other incentives that can equal up to $25 million or more. So this should have been happened. And because right now, she bringing them in. They coming to her. She not coming to them. They coming to her. Can we come play for you? I don't know. I got to see what I got to see who's gonna come back, who's not. So she got it. She deserved it. So let's ask this question again. Dawn Staley, or what's the coach up in UConn name? Who would you rather let your daughter play for?
Gino.
I'm gonna still stick with Dawn.
Gino.
I say Dawn. I'm gonna let my daughter will go play for Dawn. I'm not taking nothing away from Gino. He's been doing it consistently over the last 30 years, and he's going to overtake the record probably this season for the most victories for a college coach. Period. He's probably going to take that over this year. But I'm putting my money on Miss Dawn Staley. I'm putting my money on Miss Dawn Staley. Oh wow, we didn't got here pretty quickly. We plenty under the day, but that's all right. We're gonna right now. We're gonna jump over here real quick, and we're gonna take us a quick pause for the calls as we jump into Stoopid Sports News. All right. As we got Stoopid Sports News, this is truly stupid. And I feel bad because it's a family situation. Vincent Bo Jackson filed a lawsuit against his niece and nephew. Did you hear about this?
No.
They were harassing him and try to extort money from him.
Wow.
He essentially won the case.
Okay.
Case worth $21 million that he sued them for. Of course, they ain't got it. But he dropped the case. He dropped the case against them. And they were going to say they were threatening to go on social media and say, you know, how he was harassing them and treating them wrong and saying, you know, bad stuff against them. If you don't give me this money, here it comes. So he's like, I'm not giving y'all nothing. He let in greats. And he called the people on him and took him to court. Quite honestly, he really could have called the FBI and had him arrested. He really could have did that.
Yeah.
But I understand him saying, hey, nothing's good going to come out of this. It's out there now. You can say what you want. Everybody know this is not true. I can understand him dropping the suit. Me? Nah. You want to take it there? Let's go. You want to file bankruptcy every 3 months messing with me. That's what you want to do, especially if I, you know, ain't did nothing to you, did nothing wrong to you as an uncle. You know, so I'm saying I'm not saying he's a bad man. I'm not saying he's a better man than me. I'm just saying I would have took a different route. So imagine you and your favorite cousin and nephew, uncle, and your uncle, I should say, and you coming to you hit that number tonight for some millions, and they saying you where my cut, and they try to treat you bad. How would you feel about that?
Yeah, I look at Marcus something totally different. I really would.
Yeah, I would be hurt. If it was my family, I would be hurt, but I wouldn't be surprised because money bring out the worst. Not because I'm saying my bad family's a bad family. You know, everybody's family got their issues, but money bring out the worst. So I would hate to have that happen. You know, when I get some money. I'm not saying if. There's gonna be a day where I'm gonna have me some money. I'm gonna have me a good sum of money. We ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be real quiet about it. We're just gonna have a new face and a new phone number. and an untraceable IP address where we do the show. so you know, but you know, money bring out the worst. So, and then you got the survivor's guilt behind it because you made it and they didn't. So you know, it's a lot to it. It's a lot to it. Also, in Stoopid Sports news, we got Jim Harbaugh about to have two procedures. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that this morning on the news.
He's having a cardiac ablation and a hip replacement. I've actually had an ablation. So he has what's called SVT, which is supraventricular tachycardia. And so what happens is out of the blue, it could be stress related. It could be a lot of different things can make it start up, but your heart starts beating real fast. And you sweat and it's just a crazy thing. And that sometimes you can do what's called vasal suppression, where you can rub your carotid artery, and that makes it stop. Or the best thing for me is when I just lay down for a minute and even my body out, and that evens the blood for a while, and that's what works for me. But I've actually gone through the ablation, and it's something. It's something. So you know, we make jokes all the time about Harbaugh being Mr. Khaki Pants, and after that he ain't worn khaki since. I don't know if y'all noticed that he ain't worn no khaki since. But I wish him the best because the hip replacement, I've known a lot of people have hip replacements, and those aren't easy surgeries to go through either way. So good luck to him out there, and wish him well, and so he can get back to the Chargers and get them moving towards keep moving in the right direction. All right, here it is. It's prediction time. After last week, you are now 109-65. I'm 106-67. You went 6-0 with the help of your good buddy over there, Mr. Felix, the pop up. And I'm about to get I got one for you. 1 second. Stay right there. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. I got one. Yeah. I got mine with me this week. I got my boy. I got Spidey.
Oh, you got Spidey? Oh,
It's
okay.
my Christmas present. My Christmas present.
Okay.
My son gave this to me for Christmas. So we got 5 games. We're going to start with Monday night, Notre Dame versus Ohio State. No, I'm sorry. Before we do that, Greg went 4-2. Stephen went 3-3. We're going to have them back most likely for the Super Bowl show, or maybe next week if the Lions win, and we'll have them back for the NFC Championship game. So let's keep our fingers crossed on that. So we can bring them back because that was a lot of fun having them with us, and the banter was solid gold TV, solid gold internet TV, regular TV, community access TV like they used to have back in the day. That was solid gold. We got to have them back. All right, Notre Dame versus Ohio State. Who you got?
Give me OSU. 31-28.
All right, I'm gonna go with OSU as well. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit more. I'm gonna go 35-17. I'm gonna go 35-17. Bills Ravens game of the week.
Give me the Bills. 28-21.
All right. Ravens should win this game. They really should. Ravens, in my opinion, is probably the better team at this point, the way they're playing right now. But it's going to be hard to go into not Foxborough, but into Buffalo to win that game.
Orchard Park.
Orchard Park. It's going to be hard to go up there and win that game. The Ravens really should win that game. I should go with my heart and go with the Ravens, but I'm going to go with my head. I'm going to go with the Bills. But it's going to be something a little bit closer, 17-10. Ravens really should win that game. They really should. They really should. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. All right, we got Eagles and the Rams. Rams are back home in SoFi Stadium.
Give me the
Eagles.
24-20.
So you got Eagles. 24-20. Before I make my pick, let me make sure I'm getting this right as to where the game is being played.
It's in Lincoln Financial.
So it's in Philadelphia. So I'm gonna go. So that's why I'm going with Philly. I'm gonna go with Philly because it's in Philly, and that's how I'm gonna make that decision. I'm gonna go with Philly myself. It's gonna be a stupid score, something stupid. I know you'll say I'll get a crazy score. This week warrants a crazy score. This game right here, 17-15. Eagles, 17-15. Kansas City and Houston. In Kansas City.
KC 24-17.
24-17. If there were to be an upset, this would be the game. But because Houston's an indoor team, they're playing outside in the cold, and they're a little bit depleted. I'm going to go with Kansas City. 28-17. All right. Big interest in our area. Commanders, Lions, Saturday night. Who you got?
Give me the Commanders, 23-20.
All right, 23-20. I've been going with them all year. Stick with my Lions. It's gonna be a tight game till late. I'm gonna say 30-21. They're gonna stretch it out late. 30-21 Lions. 30-21. I'm gonna say 30-21. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not that I know that sounds a little odd in terms of a score, but I like that score. All right. Thank you again, sir, for doing the show with me. Next week we'll be back on the 25th of January. Can you believe we've done 3 shows already?
Yeah.
We've already done 3 shows this year already. That's crazy. I can't believe we did that. We've done it already. So on Tuesday night we got Love and Stuff, the original show by Marcus Holmes, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Dr. V, V Encouraged. That show comes on Tuesday. I got to make sure I talk to her to see exactly what time she does it, so I can make sure I relay it to you, so we can get people some eyes on that show. And Brother Williams is still on hiatus, but we're gonna get him back. So next time we here, we're gonna have we're gonna be down to the Final Four on both sides, the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship. And don't forget to click on the QR code. I'm gonna put up some so for join our Love and Stuff community, to join the Sports Talk with Pay group, and the books that Marcus promotes and has written. So thank you once again, brother, for another great show. Go and get you some sleep, and we shall see you next week.